Today's title is Camelot Project, question mark. The reason why I have question marks is because not too far along into it, every time I would hear someone give a little speech about what they were into, spacecraft or science or aliens or so on, I would ask, is the person giving this presentation is lying, or are they telling the truth? What's going on? And most of the time I get that a lot of the people are lying. And then I found out that the people that were running the thing, the Camelot originators, this man and woman, they were on the tape for the government. Now, what they generally do with these people is that they record them and they put them on the air, and then later on, somehow the government does a full synthetic model or a partial synthetic model of these individuals, and then get them up there saying things that are really of no consequence. A good example of this is with a guy named Brian O'Leary, who was into writing books. He was an astronaut, by the way, into writing books about zero-point energy and giving the whole history throughout the planet of different countries that had developed one. So it was his main thrust. Here out, the last conference that the Camelot Project had, either in Ecuador was where this guy is from, or some other country, maybe Germany. His biggest emphasis was about getting the president to acknowledge that there was aliens out there, that we had made alien contact. What the hell does that mean? So they made alien contact. Is that going to change anything? I mean, might as well be telling everybody to believe in Santa Claus. So, and then I tuned into Brian O'Leary on the second go around. I got that he was fully synthesized. He was fully like a robot, a very clever robot, looked just like Leary, Brian O'Leary, like the original Brian O'Leary. And then one time I was listening to this Pete Peterson guy, who I like a lot, like his presentation. I got that he was lying too, but that he was just withholding information on certain things. Sometimes the lie shows up in the thing, certain things he couldn't completely talk about, But then there were other things he did know about. He could have warned people, and he wouldn't talk about it because I guess he'd lose his life. It's understandable, but at least there's at least a plausible reason why he couldn't talk. But when I tuned into him by accident, what I picked up, he was half synthetic. I left questions to my mind: was he half synthetic because they were preserving him because he had some physical ailments in his life, or not? Or what I really think I picked up was that he's kind of being half controlled by the government, as odd and queer as that sounds, but not almost like he was like a live holographic image of something else that was being worked out somewhere else, like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the screen with that, or behind this curtain, and so it's a very clear con. Now, on the one hand, they don't bring back people in that are really intelligent, per se, like Paul Violette. They don't bring him to conferences, David Wilcock, on the other hand, is intuitive and tuned in and whatnot, but he has, in terms of a mechanical construct having to do with the future. On the one hand, we're supposed to repent and forgive ourselves and other people and that in order to make way for the future. But then when the future comes after this 2012 and that, well, then it's going to be honky-dory. Everybody's going to be able to just go in and do what they want to do and get things possibly done. But does that mean everybody's got a positive agenda? And the answer is no. It's candy coating the thing. It almost makes you think that even though David Wilcock is very genuine, he's very much naive about certain things when that. And then too, this business, what I was shown was that in order to enhance the future for a person, you must walk into the future. You must be partakers of that future, and anything that's from the past will just automatically fall away. It's kind of like redecorating a house. Move the new furniture in, and then as you get so accustomed to new furniture, you automatically want to get rid of the old furniture. But doing this business of cleaning the house, sweeping it clean, and making it set up so that it can go somewhere and be something on that, just doesn't work. It's just like this thing with AA, Alcoholics Anonymous and so on. Come there, confess, but do you really involve themselves in a new lifestyle? And oftentimes it's not. What's the success rate? The success rate with A is maybe you know, 8 to 12%. I mean, is that something to really boast about? So, and then even Dan Bursch, when I first listened to him, looked like very honest, very sincere, and I got a lie, a blurring line that I found out later on what was. He says, oh, he's so worried about the Earth and that, but he knows at the same time the Earth was going to be flipped into a parallel universe because the super wave was coming in. Even LaViolette prophesied that, or predicted, I should say, because he wrote a paper called Sub-Quantum Connects, which basically discredits Einstein and a few other scientific people out there, not necessarily Maxwell, but enhanced Maxwell's, and also reinstated the quantum mechanics model rather than the conclusions, in that the model is based on particles when it should be based on an etheric field. And then, I mean, the best example of an etheric field is who you are right now. You have a physical body, your brain, and everything like that, but you're making it direct somewhere. What is how that's being done? It's being done because a soul you have, or a spirit, or whatever you want to call that. You know, that's the etheric field having an effect on your body. So when people sit there and say they don't believe God, they're almost like saying they don't even believe in themselves. How do you account for your actions when? Anyway, so Bert goes off in this diatribe about how there's going to be this disaster and everything. He knows full well that they're going to pull this thing into a parallel universe and flip it back out. Some of the information they got at the foot of the Sphinx went out that Edgar Casey told them they would be able to get. Not necessarily saying what it was, but said that would be the information. Information would be at the foot of the Sphinx. It was discovered in 1957, I think it was. Same year they discovered the Dead Sea Scrolls. So anyway, and then as far as the universe is going to go through a molecular change one now, so any elements we might have lost before are going to be replaced, and probably what's also going to happen is that any species that we lost in the past are also going to be replaced, and then more are going to come in on top of that. Anyway, so if you're going to listen to the Camelot Project, listen with a discerning ear, just like you do with anything else. Even when you listen to me, I'm not completely perfect in everything I say either. When that, keep yourselves on your toes with that. You know, don't listen with your intellectual mind. Listen with your spirit first, then listen with your intellectual mind second. Your soul is conscious when that. As like Peterson said, the information field is unconscious. Our spirit connects to the information field when that, of all things that are and could be when that, and makes it a reality by way of our soul, which has an experience of these things, not just mental delineation like Aristotle, more closer to what the true Socrates and Plato's is about.